Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for April 7th, 2026. We've got a Nocturne Kingdom today. Generally not my favorite. This one, though, doesn't look too bad for the most part. So we've got Exorcist and Goat and Cemetery for trashing. There's also a bunch of boon givers that can potentially give Flames Gift. Also, actually, Necromancer with Zombie Mason can trash. For draw, it's mostly Shepherd, maybe Imps from Devil's Workshop, but it does seem like that might be of limited application because there's not too many cards for the Imps to play. You can I should say also Imps from and Wisps from Exorcist potentially, though that kind of competes with Shepherd because if you're using Exorcist to trash your estates to get Wisps, then you don't have them to discard to Shepherd. There is also Zombie Apprentice. I don't know that that's going to be super relevant. For plus actions, we basically got nothing. Just Field's Gift from Pixie would actually be plus actions. Tracker or Sacred Grove getting it would at least allow them to be non-terminal, but wouldn't be... none of that would be reliable in any case. And then for gains, we've got the Pouch from Tracker, Devil's Workshop, Sacred Grove has plus buy. Cobbler looks pretty good. Sort of similar to the other recent Kingdom where you could gain Shepherds to your hand or green cards to your hand if you have a Shepherd in hand, that sort of thing. We also got Haunted Mirror, so I guess that is a potential source of plus actions is from Ghost, and in theory you can Exorcist trash into more Ghosts and then have plus actions every turn. I don't know if that's worth it, but I guess it could be a thing. Anyway, in terms of how to open, I think I would prefer well, being able to open with Cobbler would be pretty nice, but that aside, I think I would prefer the other split where I have the Pixie in this hand and can trash, not the Pixie, the Goat in this hand and can trash a Copper, buy a Pixie, and then buy like a Shepherd. As it is, you'd have to skip trashing with Goat or trash an estate, despite the fact that we're buying a Shepherd, to do that opening, neither of which feels very good. We could potentially trash a Copper and open double Pixie. We could trash a Copper and open double Silver or Pixie Silver. If we trash a Copper and open Pixie Silver, and the Pixie doesn't do anything, decent chance we hit double 4. That wouldn't be too bad though. Treasure Copper and open double Silver definitely gives us a better chance to hit 5. What that's worth. That is worth something for sure. So we could also consider getting a Tracker. Maybe even Pixie Tracker, and then, you know, like even if we just use tracker to like top deck a silver or something, that might still get us to 5 sooner. Obviously, we'd have to see it turn 3 for that to be the case, but So the other problem with that line is I don't know if we want to be playing with tracker versus Sacred Grove. We do have the pouch, so it's definitely like not out of the question. And if we end up getting like playing with multiple ghosts, which I mean is potentially a lot to ask, but if we do, we could eventually have both the tracker and the Sacred Grove. Tracker has the benefit that if we get any wisps, you can draw those with, or we can draw the tracker with it. I don't know if I'm gonna actually end up playing with Exorcist is the thing, and then we're not likely to get very many wisps if we get any at all. I think I will go ahead and do that line though. See how that goes. Oh, I didn't think about, you know what? I wasn't thinking about the fact that I have the pouch in this hand. I think I actually am just gonna go double Pixie on this. Well, damn it. I would like to take this, but hit 5. So I guess I'm not going to. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be hitting 4 here for Shepherd. The bot is just slamming the pixies. Well, this is interesting. We trigger a shuffle without the estates in a context where we don't have Shepherd yet. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Obviously, we're discarding the estate. We could potentially get a ghost already here. Are there already 6 cards in the trash? Oh, the zombies, right? Okay. We're going to do that. So down there is just a bunch more copper plus the pouch. It might be a good idea to play the Pixie and plan to discard the tracker. Either way, I guess we'd be discarding the copper if we want to get the ghost now. Alternatively, we discard the Haunted Mirror, play both the Pixie and the tracker, trash copper, and wait a little bit on the ghost. I don't know. I think getting the ghost now is probably going to be pretty good. I think we do it this way. Nope. I guess we can reevaluate that choice for Drew Copper. We could just trash the copper, play the tracker. I guess we can look at what's gone here. Flame's Gift, Sky's Gift, Sun's Gift. Nothing good, which is to say that more likely to get a good boon here. So we could afford, well, Goat Trash, we couldn't afford a Shepherd anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Pixie. I mean the Ghost. And a Pixie. Okay, so not the best shepherd. Might still be the best thing to take, though. Alternatively, we could take the last pixie. Just buy the shepherd, potentially. We might want to buy another cobbler, though. I think I'm going to take the shepherd. Okay. Well, we're not buying a cobbler. We do have Pixie down there that we can ghost. Just grab the last Pixie. Oh, we could top deck it too. But do we want to? Probably not, right? We probably want to skip past as much junk as we can. Which is to say none. Okay, fine. 2 silvers. That could definitely be useful. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Okay, so if we shepherd now... Yeah, no, we play the pixie. 2 more silvers? That might be more silvers than I need. Okay, that, on the other hand, I'll definitely take. Okay. Flames Gift. We got an estate on top, so we'll probably cobbler for another shepherd. 5, 6, 7, 8. We trash both coppers. Hmm. What do we want to buy here? We wanted to get another ghost. We'd need to get like a 5 cost into our deck. So, well, we'd also need to get an exorcist, wouldn't we? I'm wondering about like top deck estate and then buy a 5. That's 7 out of our 8 coins. And maybe the 5 should just be Sacred Grove to add some more payload. I mean, it could also be Idol, but unless we're planning to get a second Idol, I don't think that's the play. The cursing from Idol isn't completely trivial to deal with, but it's not a big deal. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to get another cobbler. Never mind. Well, if we're getting another cobbler... we could still do the estate top decking thing. I think I want to top deck the cobbler. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. Just set up the... Oh. How do I... Oh. It's a lot of pixies not being trashed. We don't need that. That seems clear. I guess we trigger the shuffle here. Like, we do have the ghost. So the ghost is going to, like, skip over anything we leave on there anyway, unless we track or top deck something. But we might want to do that with, like, a Sacred Grove or something, so... Gift, okay. All right. Yeah, I think Sacred Grove... And then... Well, hold on. If we wanted to get another estate, put that on top in anticipation of gaining another shepherd with the cobbler. Although I'm not sure that that is what I want to do with the cobbler. Maybe it is. Hmm. I mean, it would be nice to get a second ghost going, but in order to do that, we'd have to, like, gain an exorcist. We'd have to trash a 5, which we don't otherwise have in our deck. I guess it would have to be the cobbler. Maybe... I think I'm just not gonna deal with that. I think I'm gonna top deck another state, and then the Sacred Grove. Post that. Cobbler. Okay. Right, I guess we play the Sacred Grove first. The only situation where it would really matter which one we play first is if we get Wind's Gift. But I don't think we're going to be discarding whatever we gain with Cobbler anyway, so... Moon's Gift. Okay, sure. Sky's Gift. Uh-huh. Actually... I will take that. And then... We're going to gain... Does it matter whether we gain Cemetery or Estate? Not really. Except insofar as where the piles are. I don't really know if it's in our interest to lower piles or not. It probably is. So I guess I'll take the estate. It's harder, it's marginally harder for the bot to gain cemeteries because it doesn't have any cobblers. So. Oh. Well, on the one hand, we didn't draw either of our other 2 shepherds. On the other hand, we got our cobbler, and that was the most important thing. Okay. So we've got a couple of shepherds down there. We don't Don't have any green or any ability to top deck green, though, I don't think. So that's not great. Oh, we can at least gain some green with the cobbler. Okay. So now that we have the gold, do we want to go ahead and province? We could also, well, yeah, we could consider getting that exorcist and trying to set up for having a second ghost. Maybe the best time to do that, though, is with cobbler at some point. Could also consider the idle thing. Go like idle cemetery or idle double estate. You could also buy 4 estates. That's not totally crazy because we know we have shepherds down here. Cobbler for another green card, like discard into the shuffle, and then we have like well, actually, how much did we discard at the beginning here? 3 estates, 4, 5 estates. I think maybe we do have 1 more estate down here. Maybe we are going to get to discard 2 cards. It'd also be another shepherd, because if we're going to trigger a shuffle, like we'll having... Wait, we only have 2 shepherds in our deck? Okay. Yeah, actually, I think this is Shepherd Double Estate, now that I realize that. Thought I had a 3rd one for some reason. Oh, we can trigger the shuffle before we discard. Okay, that's good. All right. Now I think I will take a cemetery. So I'm doing that with the cobbler. And we've been able to buy, I don't know, I guess maybe there's no consistency to my logic. Whatever. Okay, here I do not want to do this. Wow. Okay. Just be Shepherd Estate again. We might hit Sacred Grove, we might hit Shepherd with the Ghost. Either way, Cobbler should set us up reasonably well. Okay. Alright, definitely gaining Cemetery. We could trash the goat. Hadn't thought about that. If the bot were to ever play with idle, then we'd not want to have done that. Yeah, that doesn't look very likely. In terms of how much game is left. Yeah, I'll trash the goat. Well, Wind's Gift. That could be good here. Not really what I want from my last Pixie, but I don't want to miss my Cobbler. That is too many Shepherds. So discard the track. Well, the top decking's pretty good. The pouch? Silver? Use silver. These are all good cards. I don't want to discard them. Do we discard pouch gold and just assume that we can draw? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, okay. What boons are left? Field's Gift. No Earth's Gift. I want Moon's Gift right now. Not particularly, but I guess it's fine. Huh. Okay. None of the other ones are gain. Well, there's the silver, but we wouldn't want to top deck that anyway. Okay. I think I'll just go ahead and play Shepherd now. Does the Wisp draw here? I don't know. Does it matter? I don't know. We're going to draw like 12 cards off of this. It does draw. Oh my gosh. We're going to draw a lot of cards. I think we do want to trigger a shuffle. Do we want to... Does it matter whether... I think it doesn't matter when we play the Sacred Grove, really. I think we do want to top deck that now. Make sure we draw it. We did draw it all. I didn't count. Alright, fine. Okay. That was an exciting turn. I think Province, top deck, Shepherd, top deck, Estate, top deck. Yeah, I think detouring into getting, oh, sure. Well, I guess we discard the Cobbler. No, I think detouring into, second Ghost would probably not have been worth the bother. Alright, I took the last Estate, took a Cemetery. Asher's worth 10 points. Alright, we do not have plus actions. Triggering a shuffle here seems... Well, we want to draw the Cobbler, right? So it's fine. Rude. Alright, we exactly draw if we discard 5 like this, while also leaving these in our discard. Is that what we want? If we want more money in buys, we need to play the Sacred Grove rather than the Tracker. I think that is what we want. We're not going to be able to pile this turn. We're getting close. I guess there's also the possibility that... Oh, it's guaranteed Moon's Gift? Okay. Well, that's fine. Top deck the Province. Oh, that's not going to help any, is it? Yeah, because we're not actually top decking with Tracker. Right. Okay, never mind. But just do... I don't really have anything to spend the 2 coins on if we do Province Shepherd, but I guess that's fine. I mean, I guess we could do double Cemetery Shepherd and try to set up for a Cemetery pile out. And we might be able to do that even if we take the Province, but I guess there's no real reason to. And more green cards in the discard pile means more ways for the Ghost not to skip all of them. I guess we could do Duchies as well, but there's no real reason to. Are you serious? What the fuck? Well, it doesn't look like it's probably going to matter, but what the fuck? Man, that was ridiculous. Okay. Might be guaranteed the win already. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. I'm still going to draw my cards. Let's play the Tracker. Why not? River's Gift. Irrelevant. Okay. Sacred Grove. Field's Gift. Probably also not relevant, but whatever. Hey, we drew deck again. Cemetery. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what the bot was doing exactly. Other than getting all the pixies. Pixie is a good card, but the bot has a tendency to care about it too much, I feel like. Opened triple pixie, then turn 3 bought 2 more pixies. And then you can't see, unfortunately, what the boons were here, but like you do kind of have to trash them to get value out of them for the most part. Obviously here there's Ghost, and so like you Ghost a Pixie, that's some value without trashing it, but Earth's Gift into another Pixie and then a Necromancer, and I don't really know why Necromancer. It's not a bad card to have in your deck, I just don't think it does very much here. I mean, I guess if you also played with Devil's Workshop, I could imagine getting some draw out of like zombie apprenticing an imp, and then like you can play Necromancer's imp and stuff like that. But I don't know. It seems like a lot of effort for still relatively little payoff. Right, to just doing the shepherd stuff. Did get some wisps. That's good. How many wisps did I end up with? 3. Yeah, I guess that was another reason to be focusing on estates over cemeteries that I probably forgot about at the time that I was trying to make that decision. Anyway, they get turn 5 ghost, so did I. But they never ghosted anything like exciting, right? Ghost to Pixie. Ghost to Pixie. That's it. Yeah. I mean, I guess the game didn't last that long because they weren't drawing, they weren't seeing the ghost as often. But, you know. I ghosted Shepherd twice and Sacred Grove once, I think, in addition to maybe Pixie the first time, I think it was. Yeah, Pixie the first time. Sacred Grove. Was consistently getting the ghost every other turn. Shepherd. Shepherd. Yep. I ended up with 6 shepherds, which is a lot, but I did have a lot of victory cards in my deck. 21 by the end, though. Some of those were, you know, it's 18 going into the last turn. No, 17. I gained 1 from Cobbler. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, well, anyway, so yeah, as Nocturne Kingdoms go, that one was not bad. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.